The city hummed with a low, constant thrum. A pervasive vigilance permeated every street. Anya navigated familiar checkpoints each morning. Her internal rhythm adjusted to scrutiny. Uniformed guards stood impassively. Her identification card, laminated, was presented. It was a testament to her existence. Details scanned by unreadable eyes. The air felt heavy, not with menace. A pervasive sense of being observed. Even in the communal courtyard, it lingered. Children played under parental gaze. A subtle network of observation was at play. Windows across the square offered glimpses. Curtains twitched, barely perceptible. A neighbor lingered at their balcony. An unspoken understanding hung in the air. Every action, however mundane, might be noted. The tension wasn't in overt threats. It was quiet, persistent pressure. A system that knew everyone's face. It knew everyone's routine. It knew everyone's place. Anya's days unfolded within these boundaries. Her walk to the factory was observed. Brief conversations with colleagues were noted. Her choice of bread at the market, all within invisible parameters. Surveillance wasn't about dramatic arrests. No public interrogations occurred. It was a quieter, insidious control. A subtle shift in a friend's tone. Discussing certain topics became risky. Unspoken agreement to avoid controversy. Constant self-monitoring became second nature. Guarded entrances to apartment blocks. Official buildings, ever present. Not just for security, but reminders. Who held keys to access and information? This pervasive, atmospheric observation, it fostered deep-seated caution. A quiet resignation settled in, shaping the fabric of daily life. Every decision, a careful act. Every word, meticulously considered. Within the state's unblinking gaze, Anya felt its weight, always. The city breathed, watched, and waited. The checkpoint barrier lifted with a groan. Anya stepped through, a practiced motion. Her eyes met no one's directly. She walked past the stern-faced guards. Their presence, a constant fixture. The factory gate loomed ahead. Another guard, another ID check. A nod, almost imperceptible. She entered the bustling, noisy hall. Even here, the feeling persisted. The hum of machinery, a backdrop to vigilance. Life under the watchful eye continued. Anya's days began, a familiar cycle under the watchful state. She walked to the factory, a well-worn path. Her steps were measured, her gaze downcast. The factory gates loomed, a symbol of her routine. Inside, machines whirred, a monotonous symphony. Brief conversations with colleagues, hushed and careful. Their eyes darted, checking for unseen listeners. Anya chose bread at the state-run market. Her selection, a small act, felt observed. Invisible parameters defined her every move. The system's gaze, not dramatic, but insidious. No overt arrests, no public interrogations. Just a quiet, pervasive form of control. A friend's voice, subtly shifted, discussing certain topics. An unspoken agreement to avoid controversy. He glanced over his shoulder, a nervous tick. Anya felt the constant self-monitoring. It became second nature, an internal sensor. Her thoughts, carefully edited before expression. Guarded entrances to apartment blocks stood firm. Official buildings, imposing and inaccessible. These weren't just for security, they were reminders. Reminders of who held the keys to access, who controlled information, who held power. The pervasive observation, an atmospheric pressure. It fostered deep-seated caution in everyone. A quiet resignation settled over the city. The very fabric of daily life was shaped. Every decision, a carefully considered act. Every word, weighed before it was spoken. Anya saw an old woman hesitate at a crosswalk. Her fear, a reflection of the state's unblinking gaze. Children played, but their laughter seemed muted. They learned early to watch their surroundings. Anya felt a familiar ache in her chest. The weight of constant scrutiny, ever present. She remembered a time of freer expression. Now, even dreams felt guarded, private. The city lights flickered, a momentary lapse. Then, back to their steady, unwavering glow. Like the state's gaze, always on, always watching. Anya reached her small apartment, a sanctuary. But even here, the feeling lingered. The walls had ears, the windows had eyes. She prepared a simple meal, mechanically. Her mind replayed the day's interactions. Did she say too much? Too little? the quiet hum of the city outside, a constant reminder of the vigilance. Anya sat by the window, staring out. The moon, a pale orb, watched over all. Its light, impartial, yet somehow knowing. She pulled the curtains, a small act of defiance. A moment of perceived privacy, a brief respite, but the feeling of being watched never truly left. It was woven into the air she breathed. Anya closed her eyes, seeking inner peace. Yet, even in darkness, the gaze persisted, the state's unblinking eye, ever vigilant. Her life, a carefully choreographed dance,